This episode is brought to you by Audi. The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the all-new, fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. It's not just a new EV. It's a new way to experience driving. The all-new, fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron is here. The next chapter of Audi starts now.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it.
Hey there, and welcome to the AI Chicks, where we're providing you cool conversations about AI for all, with each episode covering a different topic on how AI is impacting our daily lives. I'm your host, Aisha Wynn, always coming in hot with that fun, unique perspective on tech, and I got my bestie here.
Hi guys, I'm Lana Howe, and I'm bringing the curls, the charisma, and that entrepreneurial energy.
So we were not close to being done with Dr. Joan Palmiter Bajorek, and she is a AI expert and the author of Your AI Roadmap. She was dropping gems earlier in part 1, and so we had to make a part 2 and keep the conversation going. This episode is focused on AI and personal finances. So let's get into it.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be.
Right. We are back with part 2 with Dr. Joan. You just can't get rid of us. We still have so many more questions to ask you on this topic that we have to keep it going. But before that, we got so into the AI and Layoff, so we forgot to play our most important game ever on the AI Chicks with the nickname. All right. So first off, though, have you had a nickname? Is there a pre-existing nickname, childhood nickname, college nickname that we should be aware of?
My soccer friends used to call me Joni back in like 4th grade.
Joni. Okay.
That wasn't one of the ones
Yeah,
she
she's
came up
not
with.
giving me Joni.
She's not getting,
Yeah.
4th grade.
Well, okay, we're going to throw a couple at you. Let's see if we can beat Joni.
Okay. You're like the Dr. AI chick. That's what we thought. She is an AI chick, but a doctor. So let's just make her Dr. AI chick. Okay, so that was one.
She laughed, but I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, listen, there's some of them are AI generated. That's what we always say when it falls flat. It didn't come from us.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Okay, so I'll take credit for this one, guys. You know how there's Joan of Arc? You're like Joan of AI.
Ooh, okay.
So a trailblazer in the AI industry. So I just felt
All
like
right, we got 3 now. We got 4th grade Joni.
got 4th grade Joni.
We got Dr. AI chick.
Yes.
You're the ultimate AI chick and you're a doctor.
Yes.
So why not just give you the ultimate AI chick title?
Give you the flowers.
All right. And the most clever of them all, Joan of AI.
I kind of like the third one.
Well, Joan of AI, welcome to the AI Chicks and our AI squad, which is our community here. We're so excited to have you. I'm actually really excited to get into this topic of personal finances. We went and we talked to ChatGPT. We asked Chat for Chat's take on AI and personal finances. This is what Chat had to say.
According to ChatGPT, AI is transforming personal finance by providing smarter budgeting, investment insights, and automated financial management. AI-powered tools help individuals track spending, optimize savings, and identify financial trends to improve decision-making. Robo-advisors and AI-driven trading platforms make investing more accessible by offering data-driven recommendations and portfolio management. AI also enhances financial literacy through personalized insights, helping users set and achieve financial goals more efficiently. Additionally, AI can identify potential risks, detect fraud, and provide real-time alerts to protect users from financial pitfalls. While AI simplifies financial planning, individuals should still combine its insights with human judgment for the best results.
All right, Joan of AI, you made a face. So what was chatting or not chatting about?
Well, I loved hearing about financial portfolio and pitfalls and planning. Okay, yes, I love that. But like basics of an emergency fund, most Americans don't have this. Meet people where they're at. If they don't have money set aside for an emergency, I'd recommend we start there instead of
Yes.
portfolio management.
I really appreciate that you brought that up. Sometimes it goes back to the basics. You can talk about all of these things with wealth and the managing of the wealth, but ultimately, people need to make sure that they have their basics covered before they start going on for all these different things that they can do.
This episode is brought to you by Walmart. New beauty is in bloom at Walmart, and it's all about springtime radiance. From Drybar, Tula Skincare, and hundreds more available online, Walmart has the premium brands you want and this season's on-trend products for flawless, glossy hair and hydrated skin. Big name beauty brands? Check. The things you love? Check. Find trending spring beauty and all you need to look and feel gorgeous at Walmart, on app and online.
I think one thing we're really excited to talk to you about is all the streams of income. I think you have, 22 streams of income, right?
22 income streams.
And I'm like, hey, girl, can I get some of those streams of income?
Okay, Joan of AI. But before that, I want to just chime in a little bit on what I've been seeing in the marketplace when it comes to AI and just finances and personal finances in general. What I feel has been happening is there's all of these AI personal financing coaches that are putting out brands and funnels and courses and all this stuff. And everything feels really clickbaity. And I feel like a lot of people who aren't into AI can get caught up in that. Make $1,000 in a month. Join this AI platform and it can make you $10,000 every month. It just seems very clickbaity. It's all about the quick sell. And nothing does really show people how to use AI to help with your long-term portfolio, with your investments.
A lot of the times people want these quick fix solutions, and tech, especially AI, is definitely something that has this lure of attractiveness. Set up this funnel and you're going to make thousands of dollars, and then you're going to be a stay-at-home mom, and then you're just going to be making $100,000 on the side and you don't have to do anything. And while I do think that you can build systems over time, I don't think it's as easy as 2-3 clicks and we're all, millionaires. But then the second part of it is once people do get money, the management of money is not taught, and not taught in a way that really helps people. The average person, to Joan's point, doesn't even have an emergency fund. And that's finances 101. You make sure you don't spend more than you have, and then you save some money on the side. So there's a lot of these AI tools where people can use it for budgeting. And once you've budgeted and saved some money, how are you investing the money, whether that be in stocks or different types of investments or real estate, and then using the AI predictive analysis or analytics to be able to make better decisions.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important for people to educate themselves. Ask chat. Hey, I want to become a better investor. I want to grow my funds. What are some of the tools that I need to learn and study to be better at it? But from your perspective, Joan, what would you say about both topics? One, the creating the revenue streams, but then also the managing money.
Well, I talk about in my book, chapter 9, if you want to read them, I have all my revenue streams listed out. So feel free. No one needs 22 income streams, I don't think, but I recommend more than one. If you lose your day job and you are totally out, that could be a really scary place. So considering 2 to 6 is kind of what I recommend for folks. I totally see on Insta, like, I made all this money, woohoo! But do you know how to take care of yourself? Do you know what your financial independence number is? Is that money in a safe spot? Like, I got questions.
You mentioned in your book, your AI roadmap, that you go through 22 income generating streams. Can you give the listeners the top 5? If someone's new, what new income streams should someone consider?
Yes. Well, I think the easy low lift is setting up a high yield savings account. I don't know if you've heard about these HYSA, but a lot of people don't yet know about them. I leave my emergency fund, and SoFi literally pays me hundreds of dollars just to have it sitting there. I do nothing. Hundreds of dollars. Heck yeah. Dog sitting, you could become a rover as long as you take care of animals well. I pay my dog sitter quite a bit to take care of my dog. You can make quite a bit of money if you were to roll up lots of dog adventures. I'm based here in Seattle, so almost everyone has a dog. Let's see, those are 2 really low lift ones. I recommend thinking about your expertise and how you could monetize that effectively, because you're going to make higher dollar sign per hour kind of adventures. So I've done tutoring for French because I previously worked a lot in French. And that was $40 an hour. And I had multiple students, and that directly went to my grocery bill. So these days I do more, startup stuff. I do technical courses that maybe the listener doesn't have that expertise, but find what you're really good in your niches and start figuring out how to monetize that digitally, in person, however the case may be. But I have in my book recommendations of how to set up an offer and how to put it out there so people can pay you. to do exactly those things.
You emphasize personal branding in your book. And so wanted to know, like, how can professionals use AI to amplify their presence online or career opportunities?
Yeah, well, one of the first I'd recommend is Aragon.ai. It's a headshot generating thing. So I talk to a lot of people who like their headshot on LinkedIn doesn't even really look like them anymore. You know what I mean? You're like, come on, we need to update this. But getting a new outfit, doing your hair, doing your makeup can be a large lift. So if you can actually put like 20 selfies into the tool. My friend used this recently and his headshot looks more like him and the man I know him to be than this weird corporate headshot. So that's just one example of, because what you want for your personal brand when people Google you or find you, oh, I know her. She's doing this. Yes. Like this is the person I expect you to be. And that connecting, I mean, employers, there's stats that like 70% of them check out people online before the first interview.
Oh, interesting.
So that kind of goes back to our previous layoff discussion. Look at how these things are related, how you present yourself, whether it's to generate other streams of income or to just be in your industry and do your job. Really, it's coming down to personal brands. I don't know that you can get away from establishing a personal brand if you're looking to be dynamic and be successful in the long term. Would you agree with that?
I agree. And it's hard because I talk to people who are older than me and they're like, Joan, do I have to do this? Like, I don't want to upskill in personal branding. I'm like, maybe for your generation, especially if you want to be dynamic, for people my age, I don't think it's optional.
Before we wrap up, I want to bring it a little bit more back to the personal finances, because I know we're getting into more of the career conversation, but back to the personal finances. What would you say is a money mind shift that people can take on to really start embracing AI with their personal finances? Because we talk a lot here about financial literacy, digital literacy. It's not things that are naturally taught to folks in our society. So curious, when you add now AI and the advancement of technology into all of this, what's that mindset shift that people should take into mind?
3 questions back to back. Well, I want to just, put it out there. I was in public school and private school for how many years, right? I have a doctorate. This was not covered. So if people feel out of the water and like, I don't know what to do, that may be exactly where you're at. And that's totally fine. I think the money mindset, a lot of us live in scarcity mindset. This is my last dollar. I can't spend. Oh, I spent something. Oh, I'm bad. Like this kind of, it's a nasty cycle of this scarcity mindset. So, as far as using AI in finances, I guess it was a part of your question. Like I use SoFi and SoFi flags like high ticket things I've spent on, like, hey, did you see this? Was that you or somebody else at Home Depot? Type of thing. So I also use robo advisors to help manage my funds. Like I use Betterment and they do automatic rebalancing. And it saves me hours and hours. And I just set these thresholds of highs and lows and kind of what the composition of my portfolio and what I want it to be. Again, it's kind of this set it, trust, and forget it. And it just keeps making me money while I'm working on other things. So those are a few answers to your questions.
No, that's great. I need to get into the robo life.
This robo-advisor thing, I'm actually glad that you brought off Betterment because that was one of the companies that I have been looking into. So I'm kind of glad to hear that you've used it and had a certain experience.
Why didn't you tell me? I haven't been looking into them.
Yeah, you? Well, girl, I'm trying to like grow the coin like Dr. Joan over here. I think a lot of people have a little hesitancy because traditionally you'd go to a financial advisor and here's my money, manage it. What do you think about the relationship with people and managing their finances? Do you think that kind of going forward, people are going to do more taking ownership of their money and using robo-advisors, or is there still going to be a place for that as well as the traditional money managers, financial advisors?
Well, since we're on AI Chicks, I do want to mention like women knowing their own finances is something I love. Us having our own money and our own names and our own accounts, I am so about. So you can definitely talk to advisors. I'd want to make sure that they are a fiduciary. So unfortunately, there are a lot of quote unquote advisors that they're in it to make their own money, which is great. I get it. But you want someone who's a fiduciary who's going to do right by your, that's a term I learned very recently. So just in case the listener hasn't heard that one. Knowing your own money, knowing your own goals. And if you want to get expert advice, go for it. I mean, setting up these automations to make you more money in the background seems kind of obvious.
Yeah.
I love Betterment. They've got a female CEO, a company I use, matching it with my values while they make me money. I also really love SoFi and meeting me where I'm at and great visualizations.
That's one of the main things about why a lot of other people, they're already hesitant to embrace AI. So then when you talk about embracing these AI tools and having their account information, their financial information. There's also that concern there. Any thoughts, I guess, from both of you guys on, since you've been holding out on me about some of these platforms? No, but
Quick little Google, and now she's like,
but the concerns around ethical process and personal privacy, things of that nature. What should people be looking out for when they're reading the fine print and looking at, the values of these companies?
Yeah, well, the fine print, it's so hard, right?
I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does without me lifting a finger, so I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
I recommend checking in with your finances as a really basic thing to do. My partner and I review our finances twice a month, and you can just catch things that you're like, wait a minute, what's going on there? Or a payment went through. Regular review, not being scared to open up your accounts and just check on things, I would be the number one thing. Fiduciary being the second one, strongly recommend. And then the third one, just when you invest in certain things, like I invest in ETFs, for example, what percent are they taking to have money in that account? Those little slivers that they keep chopping off for themselves. I hope our listeners are not bamboozled by this conversation. Start with basics, get your financial literacy up. Financial Feminist is really great. And I keep any of these resources we're mentioning, I have them on my yourairoadmap.com/money tools of tools I recommend. So I'll just keep putting more stuff up there as people consider different tools, want to research them, etc.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's really important. You guys have to still do your own research. There's a lot of great tools out there. You're going to have to research them, figure out what's right for you. And it's not necessarily you're going to get all these tools tomorrow. It's not like you go on, Joan's website and go, I'm going to take all of these tools. Like, no, you probably need to start learning one by one. But I think that you're really pointing out to something that I really appreciate, which is whatever you focus on grows. So if you put your attention on your finances, whether that be how you're generating income or how you're managing money, if you actually put time and effort towards that, you're going to see results. There's just no way about it. But I think that a lot of times people will just be like, I don't want to look at the numbers. You almost want to stick your head in the sand and just not touch it. And I think that we really want to empower people, all people, but specifically to your point, women, in being really pro taking care of their financial well-being.
Yeah. Always making sure that with your partner that you take the time, like Joan of AI was saying, to check in on your finances and don't be scared of that. It sounds like, all in all, out of all of our conversations from the previous part 1 of AI and layoffs to AI and personal finances now, that a big takeaway is using AI, checking in with AI on the AI tools that work for you, the AI tools that work for your career, and finding ways to take those next steps to embrace it. And even when you are someone that is from the AI world, like Joan, even those people are still learning, still growing. You're still discovering tools, putting it up on your AI roadmap website. So, just want to leave our listeners with a few of these gems to remember and take away. I hope that you guys enjoyed part 1 and part 2 with Dr. Joan, aka Joan of AI. Dr. Joan, hope you enjoyed it.
Delighted to be here. It was a lovely combo.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. And for everyone listening, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and
grab that merch, you guys. I'm wearing the AI Chick shirt right now. Grab that merch. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.
Listen to the AI Chicks on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Video episodes are available on Patreon. And check out our socials at The AI Chicks.